Good morning, students of class 3. Students, I'm sure all of you are fit and fine in your homes. Students, please stay inside your homes and keep yourself safe. I'm sure all of you are completing your English work in your notebooks. Students, today I'll be continuing with poem 2, Palanquin Bearers. This is a beautiful poem written by Sarojini Naidu, Palanquin Bearers. Students, today we will recite the poem Palanquin Bearers. We will recite the poem. I'll explain the meaning of the poem and revise all the exercises of comprehension, literary appreciation, and creative writing, so that all of you understand poem 2 Palanquin Bearers given on page number 39. Poem 2 Palanquin Bearers. Children, what do you mean by palanquin? Palanquin, children, is known as palki or डोली in हिंदी. बेटा पालकी और डोली जिसमें बैठ के दुल्हन को उसके हस्बैंड के घर लेके जाते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं? palanquin. ठीक है? And bearers means the one who carry the palanquin on their shoulders. उनको अपने पालकी को डोली को अपने कंधे पे जो उठा के ले जाते हैं उनको बोलते हैं बेरर्स. बेयर करना मतलब कैरी करना. And how do they carry the palanquin? They carry the palanquin on their shoulders. So this is a poem written by Sarojini Naidu. And children, Sarojini Naidu was known as the Nightingale of India. Now let's recite the poem. Lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. She sways like a flower in the wind of a song. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a laugh from the lips of a dream. Gaily, oh gaily, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. She hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She fades like a tear from the eyes of a bride. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. And children, the poetess Sarojini Naidu, who has written the poem Palanquin Bearers, she was known as Nightingale of India, and she was a very important person, student, when our country India was fighting against the British, when the Britishers were ruling our country. बेटा सरोजनी नायडू जो थी वो एक बहुत उन्होंने इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले किया है जब हमारी कंट्री इंडिया ब्रिटिशर्स जब उस पर रूल करते थे तो वो एक फ्रीडम फाइटर थी. उन्होंने भी बहुत मदद की. एंड शी यूज्ड टू राइट सो ब्यूटीफुल पोएम्स दैट शी वाज नोन एज नाइटिंगेल ऑफ इंडिया. नाइटिंगेल एक बर्ड है बेटा जो बहुत स्वीट सॉन्ग्स सिंग करती है. सो सरोजनी नायडू इज कंपेयर्ड to the bird nightingale. So she was known as the Nightingale of India. So Palanquin Bearers by Sarojini Naidu. Now children, what is palanquin? Palanquin is a covered box type carrier. You all can see it's like a box and usually meant for one person to sit in it. उसमें बेटा एक ही passenger बैठ सकता है. And it has got poles. उसके साइड में जो पोल्स लगे होते हैं जो बेरर्स होते हैं उन पोल्स को अपने शोल्डर पे रखते हैं एंड देन दे कैरी द पैलंक्विन on their shoulders. And beta always even number of people carry the palanquins. That means अगर front में one है तो back side में भी one bearer होगा. अगर आगे two bearers हैं तो back side में भी two bearers होंगे, so that they maintain the balance of the palanquin. Now children, this poem is comprises of two stanzas. What do you mean by stanzas? Beta stanzas are the paragraph of the पोएम. जो पैराग्राफ हम लेसन में बोलते हैं उनको हम पोएम में क्या बोलते हैं बेटा? स्टेंजा. यू कैन सी दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेंजा एंड दिस इज द second stanza. So there are two stanzas in the poem. Then children, I told you about the rhyming words. बेटा rhyming words वो होते हैं जो हर लाइन के लास्ट वाला वर्ड होता है. वो आपको देखना है कि फर्स्ट लाइन का लास्ट वाला वर्ड और सेकेंड लाइन का लास्ट वाला वर्ड क्या वो राइम करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स सी द फर्स्ट line ka last word is along and the last word of second line is song. So along, song, these are rhyming words. So these two words rhyme. Then let's look at the last word of the third line, that is stream, and the last word of the fourth line is dream. So stream, dream, stream, dream. These are also rhyming words. Then let's look at the last word of the fifth line, sing, and the last word of the sixth line, that is string. Sing, string. So these are rhyming words. Along, song, stream, dream, sing, string. So these are the rhyming words. Now let's see the rhyming words of the second stanza, children. Again, the last word of the first line of the second stanza is along, and the last word of the second line is song. Beta, both are rhyming. Along, song. Along, song. And this has been repeated in the first stanza. अगर बेटा कोई set of words repeat होता है तो फिर उसको आप एक ही बार count करेंगे. You're not going to count it again. Now, the third line of the second stanza is tied. लास्ट वर्ड जो है टाइड है थर्ड लाइन का सेकंड स्टेंजा का, और फोर्थ लाइन का लास्ट वर्ड इज ब्राइड. अब आप देखो टाइड ब्राइड, दिस इज ऑल्सो राइमिंग. टाइड bride. So this is the fourth set of rhyming word in the poem. Now let's look at the last word of the fifth line of the second stanza, that is sing, and the last word of the sixth line of second stanza is string. Sing, string, this is repeated, children. This had also appeared in first stanza. So अब इसमें along, song, sing, string ये repeat हो रहे हैं, तो इनको हम नहीं count करेंगे. So there are total 4 pair of rhyming words in the poem. They are along, song, then stream, dream, sing, string, and tied, bright. The 4 sets of rhyming words are there in the poem. Now children, I'll explain the meaning of poem once again, then I'll revise all the exercises. Children, the Palanquin Bearers is a poem woven around the custom of carrying a bride in palki by the palanquin bearers. Beta, palanquin bearers को palki bearers भी बोलते हैं, because this tradition was prevalent in India only. बेटा बहुत पहले के जमाने में जब शादी होती थी, जो ब्राइड है, ब्राइड मीन्स दुल्हन, उसको उसके न्यू हाउस में, दैट इज अ हस्बैंड हाउस में, किसमें बैठा के ले जाते थे बेटा? पालकी में या डोली में. और जो डोली को उठाते थे उनको पैलंक्विन बेरस बोलते थे. डोली को इंग्लिश में पालकी, पालकी या डोली हिंदी वर्ड है, और इंग्लिश में हम क्या बोलते हैं बेटा? पैलंक्विन. और उसको उठाने वाले, कैरी करने वालों को हम बोलते हैं बेरस. सो पैलंक्विन बेरर is a poem written on the custom of carrying the bride to her new house. And children, the palanquin bearers, they are very happy in carrying the bride. वो बहुत खुश है bride को carry करने में. So they are, while they are carrying, they are singing along. वो बेटा जब bride को carry करके ले जा रहे हैं उसके new house में, same time they are singing the song to express their happiness. And the palanquin bearers compares the bride to a flower. जैसे flower कैसे sway करता है wind में, वैसे bride भी sway कर रही है. Then they compare her to a bird, children. That the bride is as light as a bird, because when the bird glides on the foam, water के foam पे एकदम वो light करके, and then she moves quickly, glide करती है. So same way they compared the bride to a bird, a flower and a bird. Then they compare the bride to a laugh on the lips. When you dream, you see a nice dream, there's a laugh on your lips. So they compare the bride to a laugh. And they also say the bride is smiling. She's happy because now she's dreaming of a new life, which she's going to start with her husband in her new house. And then they say कि Happily, they are carrying the bride, and while carrying, they are singing a song. Then they also compare the bride to a pearl. Pearl बेटा मोती, जैसे मोती को आप धागे में पकड़ते हो, बहुत संभाल के दोनों साइड से होल्ड करते हो आप थ्रेड जो है, so that the balance is maintained, because pearl is a precious stone. मोती बहुत precious होता है, आप बहुत संभाल के उसको धागे में पकड़ते हो, अगर धागे में आप पिरोते हो तो same way they compare the bride to a pearl on a string, कि मोती जैसे लटका होता है स्ट्रिंग पे, वैसे ब्राइड जो है पालकी के अंदर बैठी हुई है, and they are carrying her to her husband's house. And then the palki bearers children, they also compare the bride to a star which is hanging on the dewdrop. एक star जो dewdrop पे song कर रहा है, their song is the dewdrop and the bride is hanging like a star on the dewdrop. Then they compare the bride to a beam, that is light, on the brow of the tide. When a tide comes and it goes on the top, then where the light shines, so that they compare the bride to that light of the tide. Then they also compare the bride to a tear which is coming out of the bride's eyes. Here they tell the bride is sad. Why she's sad? Because she's leaving her parents' house behind and she's going to a new house. So anybody will feel sad if the person leaves the parent. So the bride is crying, tear is coming from her eyes because she is sad on leaving her parents' house. And they're saying lightly and lightly they are carrying the bride on their shoulders and they are very happy. So they are singing the song while carrying the bride. And they bear her. Her means the bride like a pearl on a string. So I hope children the poem is clear to you. And beta, nowadays when a girl gets married, she's the girl who gets married is known as a bride. Now when after the marriage, nowadays the girl goes to her husband's house in a car, but earlier days there used to be no car. तो बेटा पहले के जमाने में गाड़ी नहीं होती थी, तो दुल्हन को पालकी या डोली में बिठा के उसके हस्बैंड के घर लेके जाते थे. So now children, let's revise the word meanings first. Children, the first word is bear, and bear means to carry. Bear, carry. Second word is sways. Sways means move slowly from side to side like a pendulum in a clock. Sways move slowly from side to side. The third word is skims. Skims means moves quickly. Skims means moves quickly. Skims means move quickly. The fourth word, children, is foam. Foam means bubbles. You have seen the foam when you put little detergent in a water in a bucket, and then you shake it. Suddenly, foam comes with bubbles. So, foam, bubbles. Then the fifth word, children, is gaily. Gaily means cheerfully or happily. Gaily means cheerfully or happily. Gaily means cheerfully or happily. Then the sixth word is glide, and glide means move smoothly. Glide means moves smoothly. Glide means move smoothly. The seventh word is springs, and springs means jumps. Spring means jumps. Spring means jumps. Spring means jumps. The eighth word, children, is beam, and beam means light. Beam means light. Beam means light. The ninth word is bro, and bro means stop. Bro means stop. Bro means stop. The 10th word, children, is tide, and tide means wave. Wave जो बेटा रिवर समुद्र में जो लहर आती है उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Wave. So children, please learn the word meanings. Now let's do the exercise of comprehension. Children, the first one is, and the comprehension exercise is, choose the correct options to answer the following question. Choose the correct option. You need to choose the correct option. Now question number 1. Who are the palanquin bearers carrying in the palanquin? Who are the palanquin bearers carrying in the palanquin? They are carrying the bride. Option B, the bride. So answer is the palanquin bearers are carrying the bride in the palanquin. The palanquin bearers are carrying the bride in the palanquin. Second, what are the palanquin bearers doing along with carrying the palanquin? What are they doing along as they are carrying the palanquin? Option C, singing a song. Answer is the palanquin bearers are singing a song along with carrying the palanquin. They are happy, so they are singing a song. The palanquin bearers are singing a song along with carrying the palanquin. Now, the third one. How are the palanquin bearers carrying the palanquin? How are they carrying the palanquin? They are carrying it lightly and softly. Why? Option D, lightly and softly, because they want the ride to be smooth for the bride. She doesn't feel any bump. She doesn't feel scared. So they are carrying the bride lightly and softly. So the palanquin bearers are carrying the palanquin lightly and softly for a smooth and secure ride. Now, the fourth one. What is the poet comparing the bride to in the first three lines of the poem? What are the palanquin poet comparing the bride to in the first three lines of the poem? Children, in the first three lines of the poem, the poet is comparing the bride to a bird and a flower. They compare her to a bird. They compare the bride to a bird, how light the bride is. Then they compare the bride to a flower, that like a beautiful flower, she is swaying in the palanquin. So the poet is comparing the bride to a bird and flower in the first three lines of the poem. Now, the fifth one. Which pair of rhyming words have been used in the poem? So, stream and dream. Option C, stream and dream. Stream and dream. Now, exercise B, think and answer the following question. First question. What do you think are the palanquin bearers feeling in the poem? What do you think are the palanquin bearers feeling in the poem? Answer number one. The palanquin bearers are happy and singing a song while taking the bride to her new house. The palanquin bearers are happy and singing a song while taking the bride to her new house. The palanquin bearers are happy and singing a song while taking the bride to her new house. Now, question number two. Is the bride happy or sad in the poem? Why? Children, the bride has got a mixed feeling. She's happy as well as sad. So, answer two is the bride is happy as well as sad in the poem. The bride is happy as well as sad in the poem. Now, we'll answer why. She is happy because she's going to her husband's house. And she's sad because she's leaving her parents' house. Answer two, the bride is happy as well as sad in the poem. She's happy because she's going to her husband's house. She's sad because she's leaving her parents' house. Now, children, let's revise the literary appreciation. Now, while reading and reciting the poem, notice how the poet has compared the bride to different things using the words like. बेटा इसमें पोएट ने इस पोएम में पोएटिस ने ब्राइड को बहुत सारी चीज़ों से कंपेयर किया है, लाइक अ फ्लावर, लाइक अ बर्ड, किया है कि नहीं, लाइक अ पर्ल. So, for example, she sways like a flower. Now we need to fill in the blanks. Now find some more such comparisons जहाँ जिस चीज़ों से उनको compare किया है bride को from the poem and fill in the blanks. So dash like a bird. She skims like a bird. She skims like a bird. She skims like a bird. Dash like a star. She hangs like a star. She hangs like a star. Floats like a laugh. She floats like a laugh. She floats like a laugh. Springs like a beam. Springs like a beam. Springs like a bream. So she skims like a bird. She hangs like a star. Floats like a laugh. And springs like a beam. I hope, children, this is clear to you. Children, please complete all the exercises of poem 2 Palanquin Bearers neatly in your English notebook. Now, children, let's revise the creative writing. Now, complete the following poem about the things you like. बेटा आपको जो जो चीजें अच्छी लगती है उसके बारे में आपको लिखना है और नहीं हमको अपनी एक पोएम बनानी है. फाइन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स स्टार्ट. आई लाइक. वील स्टार्ट फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग कि हम उठते तो हमें सबसे अच्छा क्या लगता है. राइट फ्रॉम द मॉर्निंग. सो in the first line we'll write, I like the taste of toothpaste tingling on my tongue. I like the taste of toothpaste tingling on my tongue. And बेटा you know that tingling sensation, जैसे ही जो टूथपेस्ट होता है उसका मिंट जब हमारे टंग पे लगता है suddenly we get that tingling sensation, मिंट आता है and then suddenly what happens, हमारी नींद जो है उड़ जाती. the moment we put the brush in our mouth and हमारी नींद जो है गायब and we are alert. So I like the taste of toothpaste tingling on my tongue. I like the taste of toothpaste tingling on my tongue. This was the first line. Now the second line. I like the smell of samosas, relishing the taste in my mouth. So if the mother prepares samosas for breakfast, maja hi aa jati, isn't it? So I like the smell of samosas, relishing the taste in my mouth. I like the smell of samosas, relishing the taste in my mouth. Then the third line. I like the feel of sunshine flicking on my face, especially in winter days when you start moving for the school after finishing your breakfast and all, and suddenly the sunlight, when it flicks on the face, you like that warmth of the sunshine on your face, isn't it? So I like the feel of sunshine flicking on my face, especially early morning. It is very soothing when the sunshine falls on your face, especially on a early winter morning. So I like the feel of sunshine flicking on my face. I like the feel of sunshine flicking on my face. And the fourth line, children. I like the sound of bells echoing in my ears, and it can be the sound of uh, uh, any temple, church, even the school bell. When the school bell rings, the school is the dispersal time and break time. That sound is very pleasing to the ear, especially जब break के लिए bell ring होती है and जब छुट्टी हो जाती है. Now you know that now we are the school time is over. Now we'll be rushing to our home. So that sound is very pleasing. So I like the sound of bells echoing in my ears. I like the sound of bells echoing in my ear. But the most of all, what do you mean by most? But सबसे ज़्यादा हमको क्या पसंद है? What do we like? And that is, I like the touch of my mother's hand ruffling my hair. जब हमारी मम्मी हमारे बाल प्यार से सहलाती है, and that is the best feeling the child likes, isn't it? So I'm sure everybody would be wanting that their mother should ruffle their hair, especially when you want your mother's hand on your hair, and that is the best feeling a child can have. So I like the touch of my mother's hand ruffling my hair. I like the touch of my mother's hand ruffling my hair. Now children, You need to draw a picture. And picture of what? Over here, जो आपको सबसे अच्छा लगता है. And if you want children, you can change the lines of poem. You can add another line of something which you like. अगर आप चाहते हो कि आपको नहीं जो मैम ने बताया उससे अच्छा कुछ और, if you like that, you can always change your lines. And whichever thing which you like the most, children, please draw the picture in the box. And if you like that your mother's mother touching you and flicking your hair, so draw a picture of you along with your mother and she is ruffling your hair. Children, let's revise the poem once again. I like the taste of toothpaste tingling on my tongue. I like the smell of samosas relishing the taste in my mouth. I like the feel of sunshine flicking on my face. I like the sound of bells echoing in my ears. But the most of all, I like the touch of my mother's hand ruffling my hair. So children, this was the poem. Now, children, we'll once again recite the poet Palanquin Bearers so that you enjoy, and you please try to repeat it after you hear me. So I'll recite slowly because I want you to recite each line after me. So I'll go slowly and please recite with me. We'll recite the poem once again and then revise the multiple choice questions and question and answers so that you learn while listening to the video only. So let's recite the poem Palanquin Bearers by Sarojini Naidu. And please try to recite after me. Lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. She sways like a flower in the wind of our song. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a laugh from the lips of a dream. Gaily, oh gaily, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. She hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. So, children, the palanquin bearers, they are expressing their happiness and joy in carrying the bride. They are not at all feeling the burden of the bride on their shoulders. And the poetess, she has compared the bride to a flower, to a bird, to a pearl in the poem in the first stanza. And in the first stanza, the poetess is telling that the bride is happy because she is dreaming of a new life she's going to start with her husband in a new house. And in the second stanza, the poetess tells that the palanquin bearers, they are carrying the palanquin very softly so that the ride is very smooth. And as they are carrying the palanquin, they are singing a song. And there the poetess compared in the second stanza, the poetess compares the bride to a star which is hanging in the dew of the song of the palanquin bearers. Beta star se compare kiya hai bride ko. Then they have also compared the bride to the beam on the brow of the tide. जब tide आती है एकदम ऊपर जाती है उसके ऊपर जो रोशनी आती है वो bride जो है उस रोशनी की तरह the bride is shining. And you all have seen the bride wears shiny clothes, isn't it? She wears lot of jewelry and she shines. So the poetess has compared the bride to a light which is on the brow of the tide. Then the bride is sad also. In the first stanza, the poetess tells us that she is happy because she is going to a husband's house. She'll be starting a new life with her husband in the new house. And in the second stanza, the poetess tells us that the bride is sad. Why is she sad? Because after marriage, the girl has to leave her parents' house and then she has to start a new life with her husband and her husband's family. So, in the second stanza, the poetess tells us that the bride is sad, and the palanquin bearers they compare the bride to a pearl on a string. मोती बेटा pearl. Pearl बहुत precious होता है इसलिए हम उसको बहुत संभाल के string में पकड़ते हैं. तो same way the palanquin bearers are carrying the bride like a pearl on a string, and they are carrying the palanquin happily and they are singing a song while carrying. Children, let's revise the question and answers once again. Think and answer the following question. What do you think are the palanquin bearers feeling in the poem? Answer 1. The palanquin bearers are happy and singing a song while taking the bride to her new house. The palanquin bearers are happy and singing a song while taking the bride to her new house. Question 2. Is the bride happy or sad in the poem? Why? Answer. The bride is happy as well as sad in the poem. She is happy because she is going to her husband's house, and she is sad because she is leaving her parents' house. Again, I'll repeat answer 2. The bride is happy as well as sad in the poem. She is happy because she is going to her husband's house. She is sad because she is leaving her parents' house. Then I hope, children, the poem is clear to you. Poem 2, Palanquin Bearers. Now, I am sure all of you have understood the poem. Children, please write the poem also in your notebook. And after one stanza, please leave one line. First, you give the heading Poem 2. Then on the next line, write the name of the poem Palanquin Bearers. Then in the next line, write the name of the poet Sarojini Naidu. After that, leave one line. Write the first stanza without leaving lines, and after the first stanza is over, leave one line and write the second stanza. So children, that's all for today. Have a good day.